Back with another album review. Today's review is on The Hunting Party from Linkin Park. This is Linkin Park's sixth studio album, and it's a follow-up to Living Things. What I need to mention is that the title is a contextual metaphor. It means that Linkin Park are the party that are hunting to bring back the soul and energy of real rock music, as opposed to those pseudo-rock bands like Imagine Dragons and Maroon 5, who are an insult to real rock bands. Anyways, this album was recorded between May of 2013 and April of 2014 at East West Studios and Larrabee Studios in Hollywood. It was released on June 13th under Warner Brothers Records and Machine Shop Recordings. It was produced by Mike Shinoda and Brad Delson, being that this is the first Linkin Park album since Meteora that wasn't produced by Rick Rubin. This album was essentially a departure from the electronic rock sounds of A Thousand Suns and Living Things. And Mike Shinoda described this album as more of a rock album, by serving as a statement by the band against contemporary mainstream rock bands, since people accuse him of, quote, trying to be other bands and playing it safe. This is also why the album is primarily centered around nu metal, hard rock, and alternative rock, with some elements of rap rock and rap metal. Because of this, the band ended up dropping the electronic rock sound and wanted to go back to their nu metal roots. During the production of this album, Chester Bennington replaced Scott Weiland as the lead singer of Stone Temple Pilots and recorded a 5-song EP with them called High Rise. I currently don't own that EP, but I will certainly review it once I get a hold of it. Another thing I should mention is that Chester toured with STP throughout the majority of 2013 before rejoining Linkin Park to record The Hunting Party. This album debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, and ended up selling over 1 million copies, which resulted in it being certified platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. Around line, this album was met with mostly positive reviews, and rightfully so. It even placed as number 4 on Revolver's list of the 20 best albums of 2014. Now to talk about the songs. The album starts with Keys to the Kingdom. The song has a very fast pace to it, with Chester Bennington going all out with the vocals, and Mike Shinoda's rap vocals for a rather interesting combination. This is a great way to start the album. It really sets the tone for what we're in for. The song is followed up by All for Nothing. The song has more of a hip-hop flow to it in the first verse, right, before almost turning into a punk rock anthem. As an added bonus, the new feature is Paige Hamilton of Helmet to provide chorus vocals and additional guitar. The next song is Guilty All the Same. So it's the first song on the album to get released as a single. And the single was released on March 7th, 2014, which was a little over 3 months before the album was released. Around the line that Chester Bennington and Mike Shinoda said in an interview that the song, quote, seemed like the perfect song to reintroduce the band. The song does feature a long instrumental intro that's driven by aggressive guitars and drums. Throughout the song, Chester uses angsty yet clean vocals. As an added bonus, rapper Rakim raps his own verse over a hip-hop tinged bridge in the middle of the song. Not only is this the best song on the album, but it's also my all-time favorite Linkin Park song. The song is followed up by The Summoning, which is fully instrumental and the shortest song on the album. War comes next, and this song has a fast, aggressive feel to it. After that is Wastelands. The song was released as a single on June 1st, 2014, which was 2 weeks before the album was released. Loudwire even pointed out this song starts with a hip-hop verse, and that has a lot of groove with heavy drum and bass. The next song is Until It's Gone. The song was released as a single on May 6, 2014, which was just over a month before the album was released. Like most of the other songs on this album, this one goes for more of an electronic and experimental sound. Similar to Linkin Park's previous 2 albums. Around the line, this song is about a failed relationship that Chester Bennington was in. Altwire even pointed out that the song starts with a synth line similar to Numb, and takes a sharp turn into a gothic rock anthem. And that song is followed up by Rebellion. The song was released as a single on June 4th, 2014. Again, this was before the album was released. Altwire even pointed out the song had some similarities with System of a Down's second album, Toxicity. Speaking of which, the song even features Darren Malakian on guitar. Darren has also joined Linkin Park on stage to perform the song live. Mark the Grave is what comes after that. The next song is called Drawbar, which is fully instrumental. As an added bonus, it even features Tom Morello on guitar. I think it's awesome that they brought in Tom to be featured on the song. After that is Final Masquerade. This is the last song of the album to get released as a single. And the single was released on June 10th, 2014, which was only 3 days before the album was released. Now, the song is more centered around alternative and hard rock. It also has a slow pace to it while simultaneously feeling atmospheric. The album ends with A Line in the Sand. Overall, I really enjoy this album. It does a lot of things better than Linkin Park's previous 2 albums. It even shows them going back to their roots. Hell, I even go as far as to call this my all-time favorite Linkin Park album. It sounds like they had a lot of fun making this album. It's a shame that they followed this album up with Disaster that was One More Light. I don't own that album, and I don't want it, but I will certainly review it if I get a hold of it. And that's all I have to say on The Hunting Party. If you like the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to hit the notification bell to be notified of future uploads. Leave a comment if you like. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back on Saturday with another review.